Go on, oddball. Get in there. Oh,
No.
don't rebuy your ship until oddball gets in.
Bait's down to 12%.
Oh, oddball's in. Sweet.
We're just trickle feeding him to get bait. Oh, detention!
Oh, what? Bad boy. You've got this, oddball. You can take them all. Oh no. Just let it blue tunnel. Just stay there. Don't
Yeah,
quit
I
out.
believe in you. I believe in you, Eyeball.
Ivan, I told you I'd bring that clip of me not being able to get in to an instance where bait was on 12% hull. My phasing would have just really enjoyed lighting that up, and I think I could have rolled with some damage. I think there was quite a few cops in there, but and maybe could have rolled with the damage to do 12% and jump out. Don't know. We'll never know because it never happened. The joys, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Obviously the game is saving me from that. Apparently I did appear in the instance as just like an invulnerable blob, and Ragnar Scott did mention it on Discord, but I thought I'd just post that because there's nothing worse than having that sort of thing happen mid-fighting with someone. But yeah, there was no accusations, there was a lot of it, was very clear. This is the earlier fight that we had my wing versus TOC. We had a 4v4. I did my wing as absolutely solid and went in there like a madman and hit every mine going, saving my wingmates from hitting so many mines. I'm so kind like that. And then I jumped up into low space, stopped dead on the spot because Selfish One pursued me, then lost me in Super Cruise, and I managed to jump system. So I did get away with it. And then Selfish One actually makes it back into this instance just in time to get killed, because we did bring the ringer of all ringers along with our wing. We had 2 couriers with all turreted weapons, which was quite good fun, and we also had a flipper gold. Now I did a reasonable amount of damage before I got taken out, but it was basically me ramming people, which was one of the reasons why I hit so many mines, because I do love a ram, and ramming through a load of mines is not healthy, but it is fun. Meanwhile, as you can see, the rest of my wing, with the assistance of Flipper Gold's massive amount of damage that he's doing, were able to win the wing fight against TOC, and then we all chatting and joking, and then they later dropped in on the wing fight we were having with cops and joined in, as you saw later on in my other video. Started off with Rob and Flipper versus I think it was Ragnar, Sharp Blaster and Shady Mango. Then I dropped in, it was 3v3, then Bigelow dropped in, it was 4v3, then Ragnar dropped out, the 2 couriers went after him, and then it was me and Flipper. Poor old Flipper got focused by all 3 of them off of the rip, and he, despite my best efforts to peel one of the FDLs off him, they stayed on him, and you know, but as you saw, that fight was very long, unfolded it. Most of the deaths are right at the end of the long video, because that's when all the numbers flood in and cops take a battering. Here's some footage of that fighting from Rob's point of view, and these are the dirtiest little builds going, really. Look at Rob, he's on 4% hull, full shields, and all he's doing is trying to whiz around and be as difficult to hit as possible, and not having to worry about aiming or doing anything like that, because the ship's going to do it for him. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You are taking a 60% hit in damage when you go turreted. So fixed weapons, then it's a 30% drop from damage down to gimbal, and then a 60% drop down to turreted. However, turreted have advantages. You don't have to aim, you don't have to be on target or even shoot behind you. They are very, very useful. My phasing member has 2 turret weapons on it. My Anaconda has a couple of turrets on it, usually for effects, especially Mischievous one works very well as a turret. I have dispersal field cannons on my vet, dispersal field cannon on my vet, which works very well. Drag frag is another turret you commonly see. Turrets are usually good for delivering effects. Turrets as primary weapons, I've seen it before. Grumpy Skeletor will run a Phantom with 4 turreted lasers, and it worked quite well for him because he's just concentrating on evading and not worrying about anything else. You know, and with the right experimental effects, you can still do a decent amount of DPS. You're not going to do anywhere near as much as fixed, but you're going to be doing persistent little tiggly damage. And if you're focusing on evading and not worrying about having to aim at things, you know, it can be super annoying to deal with. It's an interesting build. It's not something I would do, but you know, Rob and Bigelow certainly contributed their part to the evening's proceedings and the fights. And yeah, I've got to say, it was quite funny when I saw some complaints about the enemy being outnumbered, and I'm thinking, yeah, but 2 of the ships that were outnumbered, like, is a courier with 3 turret weapons really 1 ship? Is it equal to one of those FDLs? I don't think so, but yeah, always interesting when you tally up the combats. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I thought I'd highlight Rob's little weird build.